My goal is to determine a numerical value for what NEACE's coaching, the $350 fabled coaching session, is actually worth. Is it worth $1,000? $50? $2? $70? I don't know, and I'm going to be looking into that today and also critiquing some of NEACE's coaching, look at some of the stuff he's done, and going over why in some ways it could be improved upon, in my opinion, a lot. Okay, and the first thing you're obviously going to notice here when you look at NEACE's coaching website is his coaching is a lot more expensive than his other coaches, and his other coaches are still a lot more expensive than most other coaches. He charges up to $350, whereas most coaches will charge like $70, even less, and that's for high-level challenger coaches who really know what they're doing. And people do book NEACE's coaching. I think he is actually getting a lot less bookings than he used to, and there is quite a bit of availabilities, considering he coaches almost very little, but he still got availabilities almost every single day. So he is getting like very few clients as it stands, and I think I'm gonna go over why I think that is. But yeah, I just really want to prove that NEACE's pricing is very exceptionally high. It's not something that most people would see. Okay, and so something I want to go over, this is just a cookie lull, a $70 coach, challenger coach who has a lot of content creation, going over a clip of NEACE.
There's no...
and he's going to be reviewing NEACE. This guy's an ADC player. And this is just proving that NEACE can sometimes give his clients bad information.
Counterplay to this. Like, you just get...
There's no counterplay to this.
Ran over.
Just get ran over.
So he's telling Ash and Sarah that they should be not counterplaying against a Samira Nautilus.
Trade.
Any trade.
Like, you just lose.
You just lose.
You gotta wait till 6.
You gotta wait till
You gotta be pussy.
You gotta be pussy. Chad, what happens in 6? Samira Nautilus against Seraph Ash. What happens in 6?
Yeah, bro, this is obvious.
Yeah, this is... I think this is really playable level 6, guys. I think we can win, guys. Level 6 is playable. What happens? Nautilus presses R, and then they just one-shot you, and you can't do anything. The only time you can win this lane is before level 6.
Yeah, they have
That's
the
the only way you can win this lane. But I do agree. This is a hard matchup. But it is playable. It is playable.
Cool. And so the fact that he is $70, whereas NEACE is $350, and NEACE made that big mistake, is a big issue in my opinion. Like, you should be making almost no mistakes if you're claiming to be a $350 coach that will coach any role. He coaches any role despite playing ADC at like a silver level at best. And also something else I want to go over is how much NEACE can rage and flame at his clients, and this is a compilation. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. But he is known to rage and flame at people, including his fans, but definitely his clients too, especially his clients.
Keep pushing. Come on. They're not done. Leveling with the mouse. Really? Really? How long have you been playing? Really?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't think it's that funny. I think it's sad. 10 years?
And so NEACE focuses on very little nitpicky things like mouse leveling instead of bigger macro plays. These are things that people will eventually learn to fix, and you can point it out like maybe once, but it's not the big issue with the gameplay. Like, it's not something that's going to actually be holding them back. And what you need to be telling them is bigger macro ideas, stuff that actually matters, and stuff that is actually worth $350 of expertise. This is not expertise. Anyone could be telling them that.
Or whatever the fuck you've been playing? You shove first. You shove first.
All right,
shove
so
first.
Here he's giving some advice to Jin to shove first.
You're not going blind. Yeah, I don't know why I'm here if you're not listening.
And this guy is trying to help the fight. I don't think it's that bad a play. Like, it makes sense to want to help your team. Technically, NEACE will be right in the end here because his team is kind of slaughtering them, but it makes sense. This guy is walking
But why am I here though? Why am I here? The play's dead.
Look, he gets a 50 gold assist and some XP from that.
Plates give you more gold!
And NEACE has his fabled yelling.
They give you more gold than rotating! You get more XP! Why the fuck am I here? I could be hanging out with my wife right now. Why am I here?
You're here because he paid you $350, NEACE. You're making a bag and then yelling at this guy with advice that isn't even necessarily correct. He's legitimately mad. Look at him.
Waste my fucking time. What a joke. You heard me 3 times tell you to push, didn't you?
He's actually butthurt. Like, when he can't handle when someone doesn't listen to him because of his ego.
I did.
Absolute fucking joke.
What a narcissist. And then here he has to try to prove he's right. But the guy still got most of that white gold.
Times 3 and 2 waves. No, well, never
not like
mind.
he
We're not
missed
gonna get the
much.
third one.
The
because
wave
we're
was
slow.
fine when he left
A
it.
reset now.
Yeah, oh fuck.
Okay, just right click.
And so that's like the main portion I wanted to go over just to prove that NEACE is flaming. And like here, this is like a comment I just got 6 minutes ago. This guy said, "Bro, I commented on this video on one of NEACE's videos, disagreeing with him about this marathon analogy. He compared like climbing to a marathon and saying that people starting with higher elo than others because they have a better win rate last season and were in higher elo." Is like saying that like a top marathon runner could start 10 kilometers ahead of everyone else. And then pretty much that obviously makes no sense. I'm not even going to go over why it doesn't make any sense, but NEACE called him brain damaged. And NEACE calls so many people in his chat brain damaged. He calls them subhumans, school shooters. This is really toxic for a community that he is part of and that is paying for his bills. It's just extremely, extremely toxic. But it's not just toxicity that NEACE struggles with. There's also the actual coaching aspect. But like one of the last things I also wanted to show for NEACE raging is he loves to make narcissistic video titles where he's of course correct and he has to yell at an iron player, like scream at them. He has to like rage quit his coaching, get really mad at them. It's a bit of like a charade for getting views because these videos are obviously getting a lot of views for NEACE. And this is probably the worst mental. And now NEACE is actually giving into a lot of those mental traps. But I would love to see NEACE coach NEACE. It would be like hilarious. Like both of them would be yelling at each other, and the NEACE coach would be like, "Oh, you have such a bad mental," and then the NEACE playing would be like screaming at him, and it would be a fiesta of toxicity and a lot of swearing, I assume. But that would actually be a most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. He just has like a massive ego, and he would not be willing to coach himself. But he coaches other people and yells at them and expects them to like listen to him fully. When they make any mistakes, he'll just rage quit and make a videos about them, which is extremely insulting in my opinion. And if you want to have a full breakdown of NEACE coaching, you can watch so many of these players better than me and way better than NEACE reacting to his gameplay. This is an example of a Tarzan video reacting to his gameplay, his coaching. I already showed the cookie law one. But pretty much NEACE just misses out on so many of the important details, like how you should be kiting and how you should be pathing, and instead focuses on things like, oh, you're leveling with the mouse, and loves to flame his clients for that. It's not what's ideal. Like, if you're paying $350, you expect to have a knowledge transfer, and it's not, like, super important. Like, a player would learn that you can level without using the mouse, and would eventually start doing it. The player cannot maybe learn some higher level macro concepts by themselves, because that's what NEACE should be teaching. He should have enough expertise to share things that people wouldn't otherwise normally learn. That's what the point of coaching is. It's not just meant to accelerate learning. It's meant to have people learn things about their gameplay that they might have never learned by themselves. But NEACE doesn't seem to do that. He always has the same things, and it's always very pointless things. That's what spawned the $350 meme in the end, because he'll say stuff like, press B to recall. That'll be $350.
Yeah, usually.
We should tell him to like kite the red buff and like stack our passive.
When I play Lilia here.
Now, this is an example
What the fuck is going
of NEACE
on?
not telling a student to kite the red buff.
What does this guy do? I mean, he's reading his chat. Look at his fucking facial
He's just reading his
expressions.
chat, yep.
This chat monitor here, right? But like,
And that is another issue I want to cover. So NEACE actually, he's really immersed in his chat instead of focusing on gameplay when he's coaching. If you're paying for $350, I would expect you to be fully focused, or $250 for on-stream, but I would expect you to be fully focused on the gameplay, maybe read chat when it's like a really off moment and still have like, you know, like some attention on the gameplay. But NEACE doesn't do that. This is actually a pretty critical moment for watching the student, seeing how they kite, and it can give a lot of insight onto how they play and things you can critique already. So this is just proving that he does not really have the mindset of looking to critique everything that should actually be helping the client, and instead is just looking at his chat and then looks to yell at them for little things. And so all of this combined, I would say when you consider people like Cookie Lol's coaching is, you know, just $70, I think NEACE's coaching is a good $15. You can find coaching for about $15 from like high elo players, and especially if they're foreign. So that is my opinion. NEACE coaching is about $15. But let me know about what you think NEACE coaching is worth. Would you even be willing to get NEACE coaching if he paid you? I think it could actually severely detriment your gameplay, but I just want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. So like, subscribe. Yeah, see y'all.